Mate, here we are in the US. How's IndyCar going?
It's special. I think it's special in many ways, but racing against Scott, the two Scotts, a lot of people that I used to watch growing up. To be fair, it's a dream come true to be on this grid with these drivers.
You were on this European path for a very long time. I mean, you spent a lot of time over there from a very young age, chasing an F1 path. Switch came. How happy are you about that switch?
I always had an eye on IndyCar. Like, even from a young age, I always used to watch Scott dominate the sport. And I remember as well when I was at school, when we were meant to be like doing maths on our laptops and stuff, IndyCar used to have these visor cam onboards that they used to like promote religiously. So I used to just sit in maths class, back in maths class, and just watch IndyCar visor cam onboards. So it was like they promoted it really well online, and I was attracted to it from a young age. And of course I spent a lot of years in Europe, and that I think has complemented this side a lot, because there are a lot of comparisons between like Formula 2 or F1 and IndyCar, just in the sense that it's a high downforce, high horsepowered car. I think the things that I learned in Europe, like tire management and just, I think, a lot of people management as well, is something that comes in handy when you are in a completely new environment like this. And I feel like I'm really well prepared for it. You know, like when I first jumped into IndyCar, it wasn't a shock. To me, it was something that I was already used to. Felt comfortable from the first lap. And it's good to start there, because then you can start, trying to...
Your base is still quite high.
Yeah, so it's not like I'm trying to make a big jump to get to the level that I need to be. So I'm just trying to get better every single day. I'm lucky that I have an amazing team around me, because these boys, they've seen success with everyone they've had, and they know the recipe for it, and they're just helping me get there.
Yeah, I mean, look at this, the Ganassi. I mean, the list of achievements, enormous, and the tools you must have in the toolbox to be able to, work with and try to improve.
I think it's great that I have reassurance of what the car needs to be like. So I've got 3 very experienced teammates. Obviously, Dixon, who's an engineer in a driver's body. But then there's obviously Ericsson and Palou as well, and all of us are working together, and it's good to hear their feedback, to see their data, and to ask them questions as well. Everyone's like super open, especially Scott. Like, we share this driver lounge together, and he's very open with me, and I ask him probably more questions than I should, and he's probably going to be saying to you that I'm an annoying little prick.
But I did say that, yeah.
But I'm just like not afraid to ask questions, and I was joking about it, but he's so precise when it comes to what he wants in the car. And that in IndyCar, it's one of those championships where you need to constantly be adapting something. You can't ever sit still. Like in Formula 2, I think if you have a good car philosophy, you can have that philosophy almost for the entire season,
Yeah.
Here, it's everything changes day to day with the ambient temperatures and the rubber that's being laid down. So the fact that Scott is just so demanding on the car is helpful to all of us. And he's bloody fast. So to learn from his driving and everything, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Mate, awesome to see you now. I genuinely was excited to hear about you coming to IndyCar, because I think it's just fits you like a well-worn shoe. So, mate, just do your thing, and we love watching you, and good luck for the year.
Well, I remember, mate, back in probably 2014 when we were having a coffee together, and we were talking about, so what do you want to do next year? And I said, I want to go to Europe and do karting. And we were sort of discussing with my dad, I think Australian Formula 4 might be the best case. And I was like, no, I definitely don't want to do that. I want to go and do karting and do the European stuff and learn, create my own footsteps and all that. And you said, well, I remember it completely like it was yesterday. You said, well, sounds like you know what you're going to do, mate, so go and do it.
There you go. What a great piece of advice and wisdom that was.
Yeah.